Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Chatting with Alana. I have no clue what episode this is. I didn't look it up. I'm sorry. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys are having a great Monday so far. And yeah, so get yourself something to work on. Get yourself something to sip on. I have nothing today. I don't have my coffee. I don't have water, tea, nothing. I have nothing today. I am back at the house. I'm hoping today our oldest daughter comes home from school. So while her dad is changing her oil and rotating her tires, I'm hoping I can talk her into helping me move some of the Wall of Alana stuff, which thank you to one of my commenters that called this the Great Wall of Alana, because I thought that was hilarious. And I actually sat there and laughed when I read that comment because I thought that is perfect. I loved it. Anyway, so I'm hoping I can talk her into helping me move some stuff so I can because I got a little corner cleaned out, so I can get my little area set up and I can start filming from the farm and not have to come home all the time and get my little area set up and make it look cute and all of that. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can get her to help me. Let's see, where was I going with that? Why did I say that? I don't know. Anyway, so yes, today I am here and I got a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. And believe it or not, I had a little list. The list had 2 things on it, and that's all I remember. The list had 2 items on it that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I left it at the farm, and I can't remember what the 2 items were. Shocking. But one thing I do want to talk about is that I'm super excited because I don't remember the last thing I talked to you guys about. But I do know that my neurologist put me on a new medication called Topamax for migraines, and I have been taking it for a little over a week, and I do still have the ringing in my ear, which I'm not shocked. I knew I would. I haven't had the pain, and knock on wood, thank you Lord. I do still have a little bit of the pain. I do still have the visual, light sensitivity. I do still have the light sensitivity, and like a few other symptoms that I can live with. Like I do still have like the phantom smell. That is so annoying. It's not life altering, but man, is it annoying when it happens, because I hold my breath to try to make it stop, or I'll sniff one of those Vicks little white sniffing things. If you guys hear a bunch of bumping and thumping, my husband is downstairs. I don't know what he's doing, but he's being really loud. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll sniff those to try to get that to stop. But other than that, knock on wood, I have not had a migraine. And when I say migraine, I mean I haven't had the aura and what I like to say the stroke-like symptoms, to where I'm like, and then I can't see, I can't function. I like for 2 days I'm messed up. I have not had that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which also means that I've stopped taking the ibuprofen like candy every day. Well, my neurologist asked that I have blood work done because of kidney function on Topamax. Well, we went and got my blood taken, and I got the results on my chart. And I looked at it and I'm like, wow, these kidney levels don't look very well. It was like kind of scary. So I called the doctor and I called my doctor's nurse and I told her, I was like, hey, I got those results. I just wanted to make sure you guys got them. And then, can you guys let me know what you thought about them? And she's like, well, his name's Dr. Pigeon. Dr. Pigeon's not in this week, but I will send him these results. And then if he does answer, I'll let you know. And I'm like, all right. Well, she called me this morning and said that Dr. Pigeon looked at him and said that this is normal. It's okay. You're not in kidney failure or anything like that. And I was like, thank gosh. And I'm not kidding. I was pretty scared because I had been taking a lot of ibuprofen, and ibuprofen is number one affecting organ is kidneys. And I thought my kidneys are going to fail. I'm going to have a kidney removed, or I should have drank more water. Worst case scenario, it's where my brain is going. And I'm like, oh no. So, you know, I was scared, and like some of the like it would show a bar, and it would say like bun creatinine, and then it would show low, and then the green in the middle would be normal, and then it would show like a section of the bar would be yellow, and then it'd be high. So that would be all the way to the far right, and it'd say high, and then it would say, you know, another one would say uh sodium. And even the nurse was like, I'm a little worried about this sodium, and the sodium was all the way to the left for low, and I'm like, oh god, you know, something's wrong, something's wrong. And so to finally hear that everything was okay, it was very, very, very good. So that made me happy to hear. And then I went to my gastroenterologist and talked to him about the things that I had been dealing with, which are, knock on wood again, getting better. My stools are no longer black. I do still have a little bit of bright red blood. So he did ask that we do a colonoscopy, because he said, even though you aren't passing dark red or dark black stools, like you are bleeding inside, he said, but he goes, even though you aren't right now, he said, you could eat something, you could drink something, and then it'd flare up and start all over again. He goes, since you have had a past of colitis, I would like to get in there and look to make sure everything's okay, and maybe we'll get you on what is the name of that pill? It's a stomach. It's a pill he had me on before. It just helps heal any ulcers or things like that in your stomach. Dang it, I can't remember. It starts with an F, I think. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, so I have a colonoscopy coming up on November 10th. So that means on November 9th, we got to do colonoscopy prep. And if you guys have ever had that before, that is not fun. Those are not fun at all. Which I was kind of like, really? Do we gotta wait that long? Can't we do it like next week? Let's get this ball on the road, the show on the road. I'm ready to get this done and over with. But anyway, so I'm super excited. You know, everything is starting to look on the up and up on that, and I can't express enough how happy I am that this pill. Okay, so for the migraines, I'm leery to say it's working, because in this time frame, so it's almost been a year that this tinnitus, all this weird stuff had been going on with my ear and my sinuses and my eyeball and the migraines. It'll be a year. Well, it'll probably be a year around the end of November, beginning of December. It'll probably be a year. And there have been time periods where I would have a migraine every day, and then it would stop for a while, and then it would start again, and it would stop. So I'm hoping that this Topamax is working, and it's not just I'm on an off period. You know what I mean? Like the time frames where I'm not having the migraines, and that's why I'm thinking the Topamax is working. So I have my follow-up appointment with my neurologist on December 1st, so I'm hoping by then, you know, I can say I think it's working. I guess we're just gonna have to give it a little more time to see. But so I am, everything's going great on that, and I'm super excited for that. Man, I wish I could remember the two things I had on that list to tell you guys. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, my husband made me a ham and egg and cheese sandwich this morning, and holy cow, that's hitting hitting bottom all of a sudden. But yeah, I mean, everything else is going great. Like, I really, really hope I can talk my daughter into helping me today when she gets home. I'd love to be able to set this up. I'm not asking for my desk to be moved, but if we can get that far, because I'm a very independent person. I don't want Matt to have to help me. So if her and I can do it by ourselves, and then he just get done with her car, and I could be like, "Look, honey, look what we did." But yeah, I'm trying to think of something that I can talk about. Oh, so I got something I can tell you guys that you guys will think is pretty funny. My husband and I, we brought our TV to the farm, and our TV is a 65-inch Vizio TV. I think my husband got it around Christmas, maybe last year or something, because it was on sale, and he ended up putting it in our garage here at home. And he decided he wanted to bring it out there, and I was like, well, I'll help you move it out there. Well, our dumb butts, we get it out there to the farm, and then realize we have nothing big enough, like wide enough, or not wide, a length long enough to set the TV on. So we're like, oh no, what do we do? Nothing is long enough to hold this TV. So we finagled two side tables together, and I'm telling my husband, I'm like, honey, we're not leaving it like this. I said, we're not moving into your mom's home. And I told him, this is what I said. I said, your mom has such a classy, nice house. I said, we're not moving in here and then making everything look all janky. I don't want two side tables setting and holding this TV up. Find a TV stand, because we're not doing this. So we looked at a couple of resale shops, and we looked at a couple of furniture stores, and it's just like, no. First of all, I was like, too scratched up, too expensive. Holy cow. Too expensive. I don't like the color. This isn't, no. So finally, my husband's sitting, we're watching TV, Matt, we're watching TV, and it's like, I don't know, we get up early in the morning, so it's probably like 5-6 o'clock in the morning watching TV, watching the news, and he's scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, and he's like, honey, look at this. And he shows me this TV stand, and it's the perfect length. It's going to be perfect for this TV. And it's this beautiful wood with two glass doors, two drawers on the top. Yeah, two drawers on the top, three drawers down one side, and then one side looks like three drawers, but it's actually a door, which I'm not worried about. But it's those doors that when you open them and then you go to slam them shut, and they just slowly shut. I can't remember what they're called, but it's that. And there's one phrase that I always look for on Facebook Marketplace that lets me know that these people that are selling whatever they're selling, they're not trying to scam you. They know what they have, or not that they know what they have, but they want you to know that they think you're gonna like this, and that's the phrase, comes from a smoke-free home. Which, to me, I don't care. I don't care if it comes from a smoke-free home or not, because if it stinks, I can clean it up and make it smell better. If it doesn't, whatever. Because just because it comes from a smoke-free home doesn't mean it's clean. Because let me tell you the rest of the story. Let me tell you. So, he's looking at it, and they only want $60. And I'm like, honey, I love the color of this. I like the look of it. I like the size. I like this. And it's not that far down the road. I said, message her and see if we can't come get it. So he messages her, and she's like, yeah, if you come and get it, and yada yada. So my husband, Matt, and I jump in the truck, and we head over there, and it's probably like 45 minutes away, which it's not a big deal to us because it happens to be right next to one of our favorite antique stores. Which, funny enough, we didn't stop at. We kind of weren't in the mood. And it was drizzly and just nasty weather. And we were both just ready to get home. But anyway, so we get to this house and we pull up, and it's a nice house. Very nice house. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be nice. So he goes up to the door and knocks. And this woman comes to the door. And she's probably, I'd guess she's either give or take 4 to 5 years around my age. So younger or older, we're the same age, give or take 5 years. And her and I are talking, and I walk into her house, and I was like, okay, I'm not judging, people keep their house however they want to. I don't care. It's just from the outside looking in, I would have expected it to be very nice inside, and it was not. I'll leave it at that. So then, my husband and I get to the entertainment, or not the entertainment, the TV stand. And I am just like, oh, I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. So she's like, and she just nonchalantly, like, no big deal. She's like, yeah, it is pretty heavy. And I was like, oh, I think we can handle it because I'm no weakling, you know, I can handle it. I move furniture by myself all the time. I moved an entire mattress up and down 2 flights of stairs by myself, no problem. Oh no, let me tell you, he grabbed one end of this TV stand and I grabbed one end of this TV stand, and we both at the same time pick up our ends, and we looked at each other, and there was 2 thoughts that we each knew we were both thinking. First, our thought was, holy shit, this is heavy. This is heavy. And then, holy shit, this is nice. And we just got this for $60. Don't make a face. Don't get too excited. Let's just figure out how we're going to get this thing in the truck. Because we have, my husband, Matt, has a half ton or a 3/4 ton diesel Dodge, or yeah, a Ram diesel. And we're like, how are we going to get this in the truck? It is so heavy. And thankfully, she's no weakling. She helps me on my end, and my husband gets his end. And he's walking backwards, and we're walking forward, and we get it out. And he gets his end propped up on the tailgate of the truck, and then he has us holding our end, and he just, that farmer where in the earth it comes from strength, he just shoves this TV stand in the back of the truck, and her and I are just like, and I look at her and I slap hands with her, and I was like, we did it. So problem 1 over with. We give her the money, we thank her, and then my husband being my husband, and I am not this way. I am the one that would be like, thank you, have a great day, we'll see you later, get in the truck and let's leave. Not my husband, not Matt. He's the one that's like, wow, you know, this is awesome, I'm so happy we got this. You got anything else to sell? I'm like, honey, stop, you're embarrassing me, get in the truck. So and the reason he asked that was because she had mentioned that they're moving. And she's like, well, you know, I might have a couple of things. And I was like, well, we don't have room in the bed of this truck right now. And I was like, honey, stop. We don't. She's like, well, I'd have to ask my husband first, and he's at work. And I was just like, well, thank you, you know. And he just kind of laughed. He knew what I was doing, that I was trying to tell him to stop without, you know, being rude. So we get in the truck, and we're both looking at each other like, how are we going to get this in the house? How are we going to get this thing in the house? Because I didn't do my end by myself, right? She helped me, and there's nobody at home to help me. So we get home, and I don't know how, but we finagled this thing in the house, and I open it. I open all the drawers and the doors, and I am just stunned by how beautiful this TV stand is. I am so happy with it. It has a couple little, she has a dog, and I had to clean a lot because I think the dog may have peed on it, and there was dog hair everywhere, and my cats were just like, what is this? So I got the pledge out, and I got a roll of paper towels, and I wiped everything down, cleaned out all of the drawers, cleaned all of the glass on the front, and all of the shelvings, and I am just like, it's so beautiful. I love it. But it, like I said, it does have a couple spots where it's got a couple little nicks in it, and I'm thinking, so pause that, and let me say this. So a couple of years ago, my boss for Christmas bought me a pack of like 100 Sharpies, permanent markers, like the Sharpies. So I'm thinking I'm pretty sure I've got like 4 different colors of brown. I bet if I got some of those brown permanent markers and see if I couldn't find one that matches the best, because it's a dark brown. It's a dark, I don't even know what brown to even associate it with. I would guess. So if I took, let me grab, well, you know what? Can you guys, okay, so yeah, it's probably pretty close to that, to my rocking chair. Yeah, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's pretty close to my rocking chair. That's the shadow. There you go. That is really accurate. So I'm thinking I could probably take one of those permanent markers and find a matching brown and just go around there, and it looks like dog scratches is what it looks like. So I could just, just kind of tap, 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 and no, you'd never know. I bet that would work. I haven't done it yet, but on the back it has a label, so I know that this isn't some kind of like Amish made TV stand. I think it comes from Costco, and I think the brand name. Oh gosh, of course, I don't remember the name of it. Why would I? Was it Bayfield? Bayfield Furnishing? Is that it? It's something like that. My husband got online. Well, okay, so on Google, on your phone, you can take a picture of something and then open Google Chrome. And then in the search bar, it'll have at the far right of the search bar, it'll have a little microphone that you can poke, and then you can talk to text to search something, or it'll have a little picture, a little camera icon, and you can hit that, and then you can open your picture gallery. Well, it's a gallery on my phone. I don't know what it is on an iPhone. And then you can go in there and then hit your picture. So what I did is I took a picture of the TV stand, and then Google searched that picture, and it comes up, but it doesn't come up with a price. So I don't know what it would have been at Costco. So my husband looked around on Costco, and everything, like TV stands at Costco, are anywhere from $300 to $600. So I'm thinking, we got it for $60. It's got a couple little dinks in it. I can just take my permanent marker and dot it up, and you'll never know. And it's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm happy. Thank you, honey. My shopping king, honey. I was telling my nurse at my doctor's appointment, I was like, my husband is the thriftiest, shoppingest man I've ever met. He is. He is so thrifty to a fault. To me, it's annoying to me. Here's two examples. Number one, we were at Walmart after my doctor's appointment, and they had ribeye steaks on sale. So they had 3 packs. One pack said save $14. One pack said save $14.42, and another pack said save $14.18, like $14.18. And he's like, look how much we could save. So he puts them all in the cart. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you could save a whole lot more if you just didn't buy them. Why do we need, was it 2-pack or 3-pack? I'm pretty sure they were 3 packs. And he bought 3. So that's 9 ribeye steaks. So I'm thinking, why on earth do we need 9 ribeye steaks? You could save a whole lot. Well, so I know this isn't going to be right. Just give me like 2 seconds. So that'd probably be around $50 in ribeye steaks. Why do you need to spend that much to save that much when you could just not spend it and save way more than what you would be saving by buying it, when you can just save more by not buying it? So that's one example that it just drives me nuts. But then, on the other hand, it's like, okay, I get it. If we want to have ribeye steaks, we've got cheap ones, whatever. But another thing that drives me insane that he does is that he makes me, while we're driving, get on Gas Buddy and find the cheapest gas. And he will drive 10 miles out of the way to get the cheapest gas. And it's like, you're spending more gas to go get cheaper gas when you can just get the gas. God. And I understand. I know. I get it. It's just, to me, it's annoying. I would rather just stay on our course. There's a gas station right here off the road. Just get gas, get back on the road, and let's go. And I know some of you are probably thinking, but yeah, he's saving so much by... I don't care. Just get gas. Well, like, okay, so our oldest daughter, she goes to school in Carbondale. So that is Carbondale, Illinois. So that is, what is that, 2 hours south of us? So instead of filling her car, and she's just like her dad, thrifty like this, instead of filling her car in Carbondale, she'll look to see what the prices of gas are here, and she'll save driving and drive all the way here and fill her car, and then turn around and drive all the way back. Oh, she won't make a special trip here to fill. I don't mean that. I meant, like, she'll wait until she's coming home, fill, and then go home. And it's just like, just get gas. Just get gas. I know. Just go cheap for what's down there. Why do you have to wait until... That's the difference between him and I. Like, he'll ask me, like, okay, so when I go to a thrift store and I find something, like, if it comes to my Santa Claus, before I buy it, he'll ask me, well, do you have one? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he'll say, well, how much did you pay for the last one you got? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I know it probably wasn't more than $5. I don't know. I want it. I want it. And if I think the price is good and the quality of the crochet is good and it came with a doll stand, I want it. I don't know. I know I sound like a fool. I know I do, but when it's like that in every aspect of buying something, it gets to me to where I'm like, and does it save us money? I think so, probably. It just gets annoying because I am not that way, and that's why I let him just completely take over. Like, when we go grocery shopping, we go to Aldi, sorry. To me, me and my family have grocery shopped at Aldi since I was a kid. I mean, my dad and my stepmom, let me tell you guys this. My dad and my stepmom, when we were growing up, in our house, it was, so me and my twin sister are the oldest. So it was me and my twin, put my hand like this. It was me and my twin, and then it was my stepmom's 2 daughters. So there's 4 of us. And then my dad and my stepmom had another one together. So there's 5 girls, and then my dad and my stepmom. So there's 7 of us in the house. And, we ate a lot. So when Dad and Sam went grocery shopping, Sam's my stepmom. When Dad and Sam went grocery shopping, us kids didn't get to go because, first of all, we didn't want to. Second of all, Dad and Sam didn't want to have to drag all of us around grocery shopping. Or, can we get this? Can we get this? Can we get this? So when they came home, now this was back in the day when you can spend $100 in Aldi's and have damn near 2 grocery carts full. So when they came home, Sam Dad used to have a van then. They came home with a load of groceries. So me and Alicia, my twin, being the way we were, we always had to make everything fun. Like, I didn't want to just have to, I don't want to carry in groceries. Like, no, you guys, we can make this a blast. So we got it to where TJ is the baby. She's the one that my dad and my stepmom had together. Tony and Tori are the middle 2 that my stepmom had before my dad and my stepmom got together. And then it's me and Alicia. So I would be like, TJ, you stand by the van. Then the next youngest, Tori, stand next to TJ. Tony, next to Tori. Alicia, you here. I'm in the kitchen. So TJ would get something out of the van and then toss it to Tori. Tori would toss it to Tony. Tony toss it to Alicia. Alicia toss it to me and I'd put it up. or, you know, however we would all be doing that. And it got to where we were throwing food. Sam and Dad didn't care because they didn't have to put it up. So we would just be throwing food through the house. Canned food launched through the house. Boxes of cereal. And we knew we didn't break any. If it was glass, like a glass jar, we would hand that. I mean, we weren't that irresponsible. But we made it fun. And then like leftovers, you know, whoever had to do dishes and put up leftovers, we made that fun. Especially whenever we made mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because if my dad watches this, I don't think he knows what we used to do. So we would put up most of the leftovers, but we'd keep a little bowl out. And we would take the mashed potatoes and we would put them in a bowl or a ball, and we'd play catch in the kitchen with it. Oh my god, yeah, it got bad. It got to where we'd play catch and we'd miss, and it'd splat on the wall, and then we'd be like, and then we'd just be standing there like watching this smashed ball of mashed potatoes on the wall going, uh-oh. And then it turned into just watching it to see, is it gonna fall? We were honoring. Oh man, yeah, but we had fun. I lost my train of thought. I don't know why I started talking about that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not even talking about anything crochet related. I don't really have anything to talk about. I do have a project that I am working on. I still am working on the lap Afghan. They call it a lap robe, where it comes under your feet for a wheelchair bound patient. You know, so it can sit under their feet and they can't like wiggle their little feet out of it. I am working on that, and it's gonna have little pockets so they can put their hands in it or put, you know, different little things in their pockets. It's funny because the nursing home that my mother-in-law is in, there's a patient there. I love seeing her because every time we go past her, she's holding a baby doll, and she's holding it like this, and she's always got it wrapped up, and she's always got this baby doll, and it cracks me up because I think that is the cutest thing, and I love seeing it. I don't know. Anyway, dang it, I wish I could remember what I had on that list, because I wanted to talk to you guys about it, but I cannot for the life of me right now remember what it was. I don't know. I'm gonna go home and see that list and be like, oh yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, because I don't have anything crochet related to talk about, and I got tears running down my face from laughing, thinking about what we did in the kitchen when we had to put up dishes. Put up leftovers. There was more. I remember us doing more, but the potato one stuck out the most, because I'll never forget watching that ball smash on the wall and just being like, oh no. And then we'd look, like it was slow motion, we'd look to make sure Sam and Dad didn't see it and be like, anyway. Another time I can remember, this was before my dad met my stepmom. My dad, we live with my dad's mom. My twin sister and I live with my grandma. And I don't think we were double digits. We were probably 4, 5, maybe. No, we couldn't have been 6. We couldn't have been that old yet. We had to have been 4 or 5. We got into my grandma's butter, and grandma had a tile floor, and we took that butter and smeared it all over grandma's floor. And then we pretended like we were ice skating through grandma's kitchen, and we take off running and hit that butter and just slide through the kitchen. Oh man, was she mad. But she didn't smack us. She didn't, ground us. She didn't do nothing. She's just like, I can't believe you guys. And I think she didn't get mad or hit us or anything because she knew it was, because we were grandkids, first of all. And second of all, she knew we were just kids having fun. And third, she probably like, I should have kept a better eye on them. Anyway, alright, that's all I got today. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.